Hello everyone, it's Lynette with Grammy Crochet, and this will be uploaded on the 13th of November or October 2021. This will be Charm Chatter 244. Nope, I lied. This will be Charm Chatter 245 because number 244 will be yesterday's with Tuesday's treats. So I am recording this on Monday, a day early because I have my stuff. I have stuff all right here ready to go. I was going to include all of this and do it as one video with my 3,000 subscriber giveaway, which I did on Monday, which is actually today. But then I decided to not crowd that all into one. And so Monday, the 3,000 subscriber video went up. I'm recording this today since I have all my stuff here, and it's going to go up on Wednesday because Tuesday will be Charm Chatter and Tuesday Treats. So I don't want to get that all confused, but you're going to get 3 videos in a row, and then I'm going to be leaving for Florida on Friday. So I don't know if I will get another video in before then. Hopefully I'll get one in while we're there with all of my friends. And so if you're unaware, we have a Zoom group that is yarn people. You don't have to have a channel with content. You just have to go to Sharon from Sharon's Crochet Corner. Let me write her, I don't want to forget. Go to Sharon, email her. It's her Zoom channel, and you can get the credentials to sign in from Sharon, and you can log in and join us, content creator or not. Not everyone that's there has channels that are active, and that's okay. And we have a great time in Zoom. I know you've heard several of my other Zoom ladies talk about it, or I'm surprised if you haven't. Let's go with that. And as I said, we do have many people that come in that don't do channel content. So don't feel like you can't go because you're not a creator. You can go and you can participate, or you can just go and kind of hang out. We have a few ladies that are very shy and don't say much, but when they do, it's really worth listening to. So anyway, if you would like to be part of the Zoom group, it's the channel or the station is open 24/7. Anybody can go once they get Sharon's approval. So go, if you don't know Sharon, go watch her videos, email her. She's a wonderful, wonderful, generous lady, and I know she would like to meet you. And we would all like to meet you as well if we don't already know you. So enough about that, but so in case you hadn't heard, we are, as a group, we came up with the idea that, gosh, we meet in Zoom every day, you know, or whenever you can, if you don't go every day. Some of us go more than others. Some of us are there quite a bit. I go as often as I can because these women have become my friends, and we talk, and we crochet, and we have a great time. And so we came up with this brilliant idea that we should get together. And Billy, the Crafty Floridian, she kind of took the bull by the horns, and we rented a beautiful big house in Sarasota, Florida, and I am leaving on Friday. I can only go for a long weekend. My work schedule did not permit me to have more time off than that. Everyone else that's going is planning on being there the whole entire week, Saturday to Saturday. Friday night I'm sleeping under a bridge because we don't get the room until the house until Saturday. No, not really, not sleeping under a bridge. But I would have been all right with that if it meant I could go. I just didn't want to waste, since I only have very little time there, I didn't want to waste my flying in time. As part of my day, I want to spend as much time in Florida as I can. And I originally wanted to fly out on Thursday night and stay in a hotel or at my dad's place that we still have temporarily. But flights got changed and I wasn't able to do that. So I'm going in on Friday, and I'm going into Sarasota, and there are a couple other people that are coming in on Friday. And so we're rooming, in the same hotel, and we'll hang out. And then Saturday we'll hang out until the place is available, and then we'll meet up with everybody as they come in, and I have to sadly leave on Monday. But we're planning on having a really good time, and so I have to decide what to take. Now, one of the women, Nikki, from, I'm writing down everybody that I talk about because I forget to put them in the description box, and I don't ever want to forget anybody. I've done that enough times, and so now I've learned to keep a pad of paper next to my stuff here when I'm talking, so I can write people down and put them in the description box. So Nikki from Addicted to Yarn, she's had a channel a long time, and if you don't know her, you need to get reconnected. She quit doing content for a while, but she's starting to get into it again. Anyway, she knits and crochets, as many of them do, and she has volunteered. Poor thing doesn't know what she got herself into, but she has volunteered very generously to teach those of us that don't know how to crochet. So we're going to do like washcloths. So I am taking some cotton yarn for washcloths. Doesn't really matter what that is, because they're probably not going to be all that great. But I do have a couple of crochet hooks or knitting needles already. But when I was at my Mark's store today, the one that discount store, it's a grocery store, but they sell closeouts, and it's just local. And anyway, I found this is from Boy, and I was so excited about this because it comes in this little pouch, and it's got, I have my notes in here, 4 different size knitting needles. I keep wanting to say crochet hooks. It's got 2 different size cables and stoppers and a gripper and a twisty thing so that you can put them all together if need be. I'm not quite sure what the stoppers are. I don't know what any of this is. I'm hoping Nikki will tell me directions on how to use it all. And the sizes of the needles are listed on here. It all comes in this nice little pouch. I think these will be big enough for washcloths. So I'm very excited about that. So I'm taking this, and I will put these in. I'm not sure about having knitting needles on the plane, like in your carry-on. So this will go in my bag. I'm going to be taking more stuff than clothes. I think I'm also going to take, which I haven't worked on since Mexico, so I probably need to work on it and refresh my memory. Oh, good, my hook is in there. I thought I left my hook in here. Now with this, I am using, a 4mm crochet hook. It's my Clover, and I worked on this on the plane on my way to Mexico. During Mexico, I think this was the only thing I took when I went to Mexico, and I don't think I've worked on it. Oh gosh, I must have worked on it since I showed you last, because there's a crochet hook, a stitch marker way down here. And this is a beautiful shawl. I totally love it. I've made a shawl out of this particular type of yarn before. Oh, great. Oh no, Lynette, you goofball. I did not put a stitch marker in here. It's so bad of me. I always put a stitch marker so I don't accidentally frog my work. Anyways, it's a simple pattern. I remember that. It's like a 2-row repeat. I just don't remember where I am. So I'm going to need to play with it a little bit before I get on the plane. I have the pattern saved in my phone, just the repeat rows. And then you just make it and make it. And I'm using, this is the ball sack my husband crocheted, trying to be a hat out of some really funky yarn I had that didn't know what to do with. He loomed it. He didn't crochet it. He loomed it. It was his one and only fiber anything. And it makes a perfect, see the yarn in there? This is the Stitch Studio Cotton Colors, I think is what it was called, by AC Moore, which I don't want to take it out of here, if you recognize the label. Anyway, it's like a 2-weight yarn, or 1 or 2-weight cotton. Let me hold it up better. It makes a beautiful, beautiful shawl, summer shawl, or now I gotta be really careful because I don't want to pull more of it out. So you can wear it when it's done. It'll be big enough to be, you know, a shawl around your shoulders. But it's also, because I've made one, not in this particular pattern, but I made one and I gave it to one of my friends at the campground, thinking I could get more of this yarn, and I couldn't, because AC Moore went out of business, and I didn't. But it's very, Hobie sells a very similar yarn. Probably other places do as well, but I know Hobie does. And like their twister or something. Anyway, in the winter time, it will work very nicely as just like a little, you know, whatever you call those real thin ones, you know, that just go here like that, and not be too much, because sometimes, you know, you put stuff and it's just too much. This is, even when it's fully done, which I'm probably not even halfway through the cake, but even when it's fully done, it won't be too much to just like wear as a shawlette around your neck. And that's one thing I love about the stitch definition when you use that thin yarn is just gorgeous, isn't it? I just totally love it. The problem with the thin yarn is that you use a tiny hook and it takes a long time. I get bored, but I had so many other things going on over the summer, things that I had to keep up with. I felt like I needed to anyway, that this could sit off to the side. But I think I'm going to take that on the plane with me, because it worked out very well on the plane with me on the way to Mexico and on the way back. And I think that, as I recall, that was the only thing I took. So I could crochet on the plane. I could easily crochet in my room, and I knew I wasn't going to finish it. Well, so I think I will be taking that as my carry-on project. Just as though I think that, and then I'll take yarn for the knitting. And I have a set of bamboo hooks that I'll bring as well. Oh, pardon me. Because I know with bamboo, the yarn doesn't slide as much as it does with metal hooks. And so I might want to work with the bamboo until I get a hang of it, and then go on to the metal hooks, well, or needles. But again, I'm not sure about using the knitting needles on the plane. I don't know if they'll allow that. I haven't had trouble with a hook. I have been using a clover. Again, I didn't have any trouble getting it on the plane, but I think I might just use a not clover hook on the plane, just in case, and pack my clovers, because I don't want to lose my clover hook. So I think those are just going to be the only projects that I'm going to take with me to Florida, because I just don't think I'm going to have that much time to work on anything else, or that much space. I mean, you know, but I am, like I said, I am taking more stuff, I think, than I'm taking clothes. So what have I been working on? Well, then I got that hashtag from Mama Swift, Trish. She tagged me in that 3 colors tag, and I'm sorry, I will have it linked correctly, but I can't remember what it's called. So my husband was home today. Before he went to take his nap, I said, honey, I need you to go in the yarn room and pick me out some yarn. I need 3 of the same weight. So first he picked out, God love him, he picked out a bulky number 5, and I'm like, I don't think I have 3 of enough of that to make anything with, you know, like 3 different colors of enough. So we need to stick to yarns in this section, and the yarns up here and the yarns over here. So in the yarns up here, I have all of my big, you know, like the super balls and the blanket yarn, which I only have 2 big balls of blanket yarn, two big colors. I have a blue and a white one and I have a yellow. So I don't have 3 of those. And of course he picked one of those. I'm like, I can't do that one either. Like all this yarn I have in this room, you think, but no. So anyway, I got him in the right section. I said anything but those, pretty much. And the first one that he picked out was a bulky number 5, and it was just in the wrong place. It shouldn't have been there, and so that was on me. The big balls all had to go up on the top shelf, so that included the big blanket balls, and So anyway, what he picked out, the first thing he picked out was this. Now this is a full skein, or maybe just a little bit short of a full skein, but I have another one, and it's impeccable. And I did make a blanket using this, and this is a 4-weight, 285 yards, and it's 100% acrylic, and impeccable is from Michaels, and this color is called Petunia. I really do love the color. It's a nice, just pale lavender. And he picked out, this is the second color that he picked out, which I also have another full one. And these were made from, these went into the same blanket. It was one of those blankets from Mikey. Textures of the Earth blankets or whatever. And this one is called Fresh Lilac. And I believe this is like pretty much a full skein as well, and this is 187 yards. So I have that, and then thirdly, he grabbed a white. He's like, I'm just gonna get this because this will match anything. And he didn't have to match. I told him he didn't have to match, but he was just picking. The first thing he picked out was red. The next thing he picked out was yellow, and those were the 5 and 6 bulkies that I didn't have enough of. I mean, the 5 bulky was a little skein this big. It wouldn't have made anything, and I have bulkies, but like the 5 weights, but they were in another section, and I don't have a lot of them, so I just wanted him to stay away from those. So anyway, I kind of just guided him to the 3 and 4 weights, mostly 4 weights, because I don't have a lot of 3 weights either. I mean, anyway, it was just easier to do this. If you just pick the 4 weight, you don't have to worry about what else, that you got the right weight. I have the most yarns in that. So those are the 3 colors that I have to make the 3 color thing. And apparently I get to pick my husband gets to pick the 3 colors. So I provide you with the 3 colors. Now you guys have to comment on what I should make. And I don't know if I was supposed to provide you with a pattern, like choices. But I'm going to say, let's go with, I have that much yarn. And I'll use, I don't have a problem using more than the impeccables aren't real big skeins. I don't have a problem using both of those. So I am thinking something like blanketish, that I could incorporate all of those in. So if there's a specific like lapgan blanket, that you don't make it too hard, because I'm not that great at pattern reading, unless there's a tutorial. Then link the tutorial, because I could do. So blankety, or maybe shawl wrap kind of thing, or hat, scarves, gloves, because it's going to be winter here soon. So hat, scarf, and fingerless gloves kind of pattern. So those I think are going to be your choices. Like, don't ask me to make a top, because it'll never get done. I would never figure that out. I have made tops, but I don't want to be pressured. So I can do a hat, scarf, fingerless gloves, made those, or slipper socks, hat, cowl, slipper socks, gloves, whatever you think will fit in those kind of colors that I could work it out. Like a shawl or a blanket. So choose of those 3. Like a set, a blanket, or a shawl. And link tutorials or patterns, and I guess I pick from there, or the majority wins. I don't know how that works. We'll figure it out as we go. Those are the yarns I have, and that's the quantities. Oh, I forgot to tell you, the white is Mainstay, and this one I have, this is a big one. This is Mainstay, 798 yards of acrylic, which I'm probably going to trade this out for just a regular size Mainstay, just like the 350 or whatever, because I don't want to break into a big one. I don't think I'm going to need, so just go with like 1,000 yards kind of project, and that's what we'll do, like 1,000 yards kind of project, 1,000-ish, because the Impeccables are a little less than, the mainstay will be about $350 for a regular size skein of that, and then, so we'll just count on $350 each. So somewhere in the like 1,000 yards. Okay, so that's your job. My job will then be to make something out of that, out of what you pick. Then I have my Nan's Next Knots, Luck of the Draw 4. I forgot to show you. I knew last week I forgot to show my color. Oh, so this week we have a 2-week update. So last week, everything is not cooperating here. I am doing, let's start with that. I am making a blanket out of Granny Squares. And if you're not familiar, I'm starting with let's just grab this. This is made out of, I love this metallic Snowflake. And then I picked, Nan's Next Knots, you need a base color, which is right here. This is my base color and my base project. And then you need 8 other colors. And out of those 8 colors, you number them 1 through 8. And every week, Nan picks a number, and that's the number that that coordinates with the yarn that you use that week. So I picked 4 red and 4 green to put around my snowflakes for a Christmas snowflake blanket. I had, I think, 2 skeins of this. I can't remember for sure now. I think we're on week 12, so that was 3 months ago. I think I had 2, but maybe I only had 1. But I did get 20. Anyway, that's what I needed, because this is generally a 20-week. The others were 20 weeks long. So I got 20 out of this, and then you just make the squares whatever color, because I'm doing squares instead of a blanket. I mean, just line by line blanket. So this is my base color. That's color number 9. And then, like I said, I did 4 red and 4 green. So last week, number 5 was drawn, and my number 5 is this dark green. This is a Crafter's Secret yarn, which this is a Hobby Lobby yarn. This is their like inexpensive yarn. I got this for 74 cents on clearance this year or last year. I'm not quite sure. It's 100% acrylic. It starts with 355 yards, 325 meters, and this color is called, of course I put that part in the fold. This one is called I'm Jealous. And you guys, just in case you have never noticed me do this before, I don't remember where I got this tip from, but it is the greatest tip ever. I use a clippy clip like this for your hair. It's just one of those little clip your hair back things. I get them at the Dollar Tree. I used to be able to get them like 18 in a pack for $1. Now I'm having a hard time getting them in at least a dozen pack. But anyway, I clip my yarn ends and it doesn't unravel. And as I scrunch up the wrapper, the ball band, I clip it to the ball band. So then it like holds it all together really nice. I love that. And I do it all the time. Well, most of the time. Sometimes I ran out. And I also like to use one of those plastic stitch markers, and that look like a pin, a little tiny pin. And well, I'll show you that in a minute when I get to it, because I have it on my project. This one, I'm almost out of yarn. I did not bother to clip it because it's staying together pretty much. This is the Dreamweaver yarn, and this is this week's color, which I don't remember what the color number was because it's on the other ball band. These yarns come in packs of 2 when I could buy them at my Mark store, that same store that I bought this from for, did I tell you this was $2? $1.99. And they used to sell, these came in like a 3.5 ounce 2-pack, each one 3.5 ounces, and they sold that for $1.29. And prior to that, they sold them in the bigger skeins, which I will show you in my next project. And they would sell those for $1.99 for the 7-ounce skeins of yarn. But it's no name. It's called Dreamweaver, and the guy that owns Marks came up with his own label and did it here in Strongsville, Ohio, labeled it and sold it in his stores. And I was so sad when they got rid of it because I do believe it's mill ends from Red Heart. I have matched exactly some of these yarns with Red Heart yarns when I've run out, and I don't know why he doesn't do it anymore, but I was very sad that he quit doing it. So anyway, this week's color was this red, and it would have just been called red if it had a name on it at all, which generally they don't. So now this is my blanket, and this is where I end. So it started, I'm joining as I go with a continuous braid that I learned from the Secret Yarnery. That's the back, this is the front. Yeah, because I forgot to weave in my ends. So these are the last two squares that I put in, were these two right here. So at one point I had no green and I had all red. I think this is the first square here, and I went 1, 2, 3, 4th week, and then you come down and go this way with the way that I join it, and then you come down and go across this way. So this is what it's looking like at this point. I think I love the design. The design is fabulous, and I will link the blanket design, the snowflake pattern, and the Secret Yarnery for the braided join, which I love the continuous join. I like to make squares because you make one and then you feel like you accomplished it. You know, oh, yay, square's done. I made something. Yay, good for me. And so it really does boost my ego and makes me feel like I'm getting things done when I can do just a square. And these squares don't take long, and then the continuous join, the blanket is going very quickly. So I'm joining with Craft Smart, which I think this is from Michael's, and you know, it's soft. This they changed it, whatever they did, made it from China to Turkey or something. I don't know what the heck they did with it. They increased the price as well. It's not as cheap as it used to be, but I'm telling you, it's a nice soft yarn. I really like it. It's just a 4-weight acrylic to, you know, do your 4-weight acrylic stuff with. I think it's wonderful. And I would recommend it, particularly if you can buy it on sale or with coupons or whatever. So this is my Nan's Next Knot, Luck of the Draw 4. And yeah, it is bumpy. I don't think, and I don't know if it's something, it does, most of them do flatten out a little bit, and so I'm hoping that once I wash it, it will be better and not worse. You never know. I like it regardless, and at bingo, which I don't always go to bingo at the campground, but at my campground, if you don't know, we have a campground that we go to every weekend. It's closing next weekend while I'm in Florida. My husband has to put it all together. Anyway, they had a bingo tournament thing, final, and you got gifts, extra gifts, because it was the last one of the season, and I won this this pillow that says peace. Now, can't you see these up together against, you know, on my couch, on the comfy couch, which means they'll end up on the floor, so I'll probably put them on a chair. But won't that look nice together? I'm very excited about that. I'm excited about that win, because I think it'll go with my blanket really well. Oh, and I wanted to show you, this is what I'm talking about with the stitch marker. I use one of these plastic stitch markers, and I just put it through my last stitch. I put it through this yarn too, but I just put it through my last stitch, and you never frog. Hold it in place, and it's nice and cheap and easy. I like it. And I do not have this one clipped because, like I said, I ran out of clips. So that one's not clipped with the clippy clip, the white yarn. I did go to the Dollar Tree today, and I did buy more clips, but I haven't put them in all my projects yet. Then, let's see, I have one more project to show you. I am doing the Secret Yarnery Cal 20, what is she calling it? Hashtag Secret Yarnery Cal 21, I think. I can't remember. But I will link it anyway. And the plan was, I think when she started, was that you can every month make a baby blanket, or you can do just a square and at the end join them all together and make a blanket. Well, my granddaughter, yeah, most of you probably already know this, my granddaughter asked me to make a blanket for her cousin on her mom's side, and she wanted it in rainbow colors. So I decided that I would make this for her. Well, now that we're down to like the last couple of squares, and we're ramping it up now, we're doing more than one square a month because it's getting, you know, people want to give these as Christmas gifts, and so you still have to join and you have to border and all of that. So Krista is ramping up the game a little bit. Well, I had 10 squares done and I'm like, this is not going to be big enough for a teenage girl. This is more baby blanket size, even if I like did a lot of borders. So I decided that I was going to add 2 more colors and add more squares. I think I'm going to go at least 4. It was originally, I was doing 4 colors, 3 squares each. Now I think I'm going to do 6 colors, 5 squares each, but 4 squares at least of the 6 colors. So I added a pink and a blue to the colors that I already had. So I already had, wait, I didn't sort these out very well. Okay. I already had yellow in my color scheme, and peach because she wanted pastels, and mint, and the for the first one of which would be the October square, like technically, I added lavender, and this is the square that was to be the this month square, the October square. Then she added. Did she add another one? No, I don't think we've done 12 yet, or 11 yet. Anyway, I decided that this is what the colors were going to be originally, and I wasn't sure what I was going to do, but it was going to look kind of like that. But then I decided it needs a pink, and now I'm making blue. So it will be these colors. I have completed 4 in the yellow, and I have completed 4 in the orange, or peach. I have completed, I believe, yeah, because I added this one, 4 in the mint. I have 1 just in that. I have 1 in the pink, and I am working on the second one in the blue right now. This was the first square that we did, and I really do like this square a lot. It's got the popcorn stitches or bobble stitches or whatever stitch that is. I do like it a lot. So I'm going to do this in, I think, the lavender and I might do 1 in every color, but I'm definitely doing 1 in the lavender and in the pink, and obviously in the blue. So if I do 5, I'll do maybe 1 of every color in the stitch, because I really do like it. It's fun, it does work up quick, and it's got a lot of texture and stuff going on. I really like it. And I'm making this with the Dreamweaver yarn. This is the twin pack of the big skeins, and so I am this far into the big skein, and it is what I am currently messing with right now. So I have these colors, and I decided that, let me just kind of pull it all together here so you can see all the colors at once. I know the red in my background might screw us up here. Okay, so can you see all the colors at once? you know, it is yarn. I can fold it. I want you to be able to see them all. It's not working out so well for me. They're not cooperating. Let me give it one more try and fan them out a little. Come on, the peach is being shy. Don't be shy. We like peach. It's a very pretty color. Okay, is that 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, okay. All right, stay. Then this is what I think I'm going to join them with. What do you guys think? It's got the blue, it's got some peach, it's got some white, yellow, pink. What it does not have is the lavender. But I think it's got white instead of lavender. What do you guys think? I think it'll look really cool as a join. And I do believe I'm going to do the braided join because I really like it. And if all the squares don't have the same number of stitches, you can, and they probably don't, because just it's like a sampler, and I've used different size hooks to make them be similar in size. So I would be really surprised if they all had the same number of stitches. So we need to do a join that's going to be a little forgiving for ones that are bigger or smaller than the other squares. And that is definitely going to be the case. Sometimes I'm even having a hard time remembering which direction they lay in. So, like I really have to, oh, is this the side or is this the top? Is this the bottom? Like this one goes this way. So anyway, I think that'll be a real pretty join. And I'm dying to start joining them together. I think I'm going to go one color, like I'm going to, across the top, you'll see all the colors, and then they'll just be a long line down. I think that'll be pretty that way, so that if she lays it like over a piece of furniture in her room or something, you'll be able to see all the rainbow instead of having half of it folded. So that's what I'm planning on doing. And I'm really starting to really like how it's going to turn out, I think. So I have several more to go. I've been working real diligently on that, just to see if I can't get it done by Christmas. So that's the last. Well, I am working on one more project that I do at work, and that project I'm not bringing to Florida with me, and it's just going to stay my work project for a while. I have a little bit more to go on that, like a lot. So over the weekend I went out to a craft show, and I went to the same area for a craft show a couple of weeks ago, and it was like fall stuff. Well, now this was the Christmas craft show. In the fall craft show, they did not have any yarn people. I was totally shocked. There was like no crochet knitted stuff being sold. But in yesterday's craft show, there was. Well, this weekend's craft show, there was. And I met a couple of yarn, or I should say alpaca farmers. And so I want to show you what I got. And this leads into stuff that's going to be happening on my channel this fall, winter. The first person I met, and I will try to put a picture. I went into this little store, and I don't even know if it had a name, but I took a picture of the outside of the store, and I'm going to put it here, or however I can get it in. I'm going to try anyway. And I was looking at this yarn, and this lady, who I will also put her picture up in here, came up to me, and she was from Sweetheart Surrey Alpacas. This is her card. And she said to me, "Oh, that's my Gigi." And I was thinking it was the name of the yarn. I'm like, what? And she says, that yarn is from my Gigi. So on the back here, there is a picture of an alpaca, and that is Captain Graybeard, not Gigi. But she says, I know that yarn because I recognize it from Gigi, who sadly is not pictured here. Oops. So this is natural fibers, 100% alpaca, and this is the color it is on the animal. Isn't that stunning? This is not dyed at all. And I loved the color. Browns are not generally my favorite color, and I was afraid I would be allergic to it because it's like a wool. But I'm telling you, I have rubbed this all over me, and I'm not coughing, not sneezing, not itching anywhere. She says, Surrey alpaca fiber is lustrous with a cool handle. Alpaca fiber is over 4 times warmer than wool, hyperallergenic, and earth-friendly. Hand wash only. So look at that. That's why it doesn't bother me. It's hyperallergenic. So apparently you can't be allergic to 100% alpaca. Surrey alpaca, anyway. Apparently there's 2 different kinds of alpaca, I've learned. Surrey and the other guy. I don't remember the name of the other guy. But this is Surrey alpaca, and it is, luscious. So, the woman that I met, I believe her name was Diane. Diane said that she raised Surrey, Gigi, and she shears, and then she sends the alpaca to this place. And I have a picture of this lady also holding Gigi. I don't know that that's the color of the yarn because it really doesn't have a color name on it. But she is the mill. And I spoke with them about doing a tour. So, some point in my channel, after Florida, hopefully before the weather gets too bad, I'm going to be in contact with these 2 ladies, and I'm going to go visit them and take you along. And we're going to see, maybe we'll meet Gigi. I don't know about that, but we will definitely be going to the fiber mill and see how it goes from graybeard to this beautiful stuff in my arms. And won't that be fun and exciting? I'm very thrilled about that. And then I met another lady, 2 ladies together. They are VLSS, Quality Apparel Handmade from Luxurious Alpaca. Victoria Lane Alpacas and Surrey Springs Alpacas, 2 different alpaca farms. And they are the ones that told me there's 2 different types of alpaca. But this yarn is from a Surrey alpaca. Oh dear, it's coming apart. I don't know how to fix that. Don't come apart. This is roving. This is also not dyed, so this is the color it came off of the animal. Isn't that gorgeous? And she was spinning right there, and I have pictures of her, so I'm hoping that I can put that up in here. The 2 ladies together, I think I have a picture of. But the one was spinning, and I took a picture of her spinning the yarn. She was spinning a roving just like this. And so I spoke with those ladies about seeing what they do at their place, and can we come along for a tour as well. And they were ecstatic to let us come. They can't wait for us to come. So I got their information and their address, and we're going to go on a field trip there too. Now, I don't have as much of this one. This is only 68 yards. But I had spent a lot of money already, so I went with just a cheap little, it was $10 for the 68 yards, so it wasn't cheap, but I went with just a little bit because I just wanted something to show you. And I'm unhanking it by accident. I don't want to unhank it, but isn't it beautiful? And they're different. I mean, you can see they're different. And I'm sure that's just in the way that they were spun or milled. And like I said, she spun this to be roving, and it was hand spun. And this one was in the mill. And aren't they gorgeous? And I have to make sure to keep the right tags with the right yarn, or we'll be calling and going to the wrong place at the wrong time. So anyway, I did want to show you those new yarns that I picked up at the craft fair. I was looking in the last craft fair. I was so disappointed that there was no one with yarn, and then, you know, selling even stuff that they had made. And I was so excited when I found these, and then they were so willing to let us come and visit. So I can't wait to do that, but that definitely has to occur after Florida. And we'll go on a day trip, maybe 2, obviously 2. So I'm very excited about that in our future, in the future of our channel. And I think that's all. This is a really long video for me. It's 45 minutes. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry to have kept you so long. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe and comment. I do read all the comments. I do comment back, or at least give you a heart so that you know I read your comment. And you have a totally awesome day. I have to go get dinner started and get this video uploaded for Wednesday. And I'll see you in the next video, or which might be the last video, because I got to make one tomorrow. If you have not entered the 3K giveaway or seen the video on it, I will try to link it in the description box below, because it's really a fun giveaway. So jump over and watch that one if you have not already done so. But I will try to link that. Please share it out so that all of our Yarny friends have an opportunity for all the really cool gifts that are being given away there. Okay, thanks so much. Have a totally awesome day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.